for the airstrikes, support for helping the Yazidis, some concern, though, about not going too far, whatever that means. Live in Washington, I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC 10 News.
And NBC 10 spoke to local veterans who served in Iraq. They say this is not what they wanted to see happen.
A little disheartening because you want to kind of do your job, complete your mission, and move on. But, you know, we have to do, as a country, we have to do what's necessary.
They did say they're glad to see the U.S. stepping up to help with humanitarian aid.
Earlier this afternoon, I spoke with NBC 10 military analyst, retired Army Colonel Rick Kiernan. He spent 26 years in the U.S. Army and was the Pentagon spokesman for the U.S. Army during the first Gulf War. The colonel explained the complexity of this crisis.
It's a very complicated situation over there. It involves sectarian violence. It involves religion. It involves, of course, the extremists, you know, with the ISIS folks. But I think the humanitarian response is typically American. And I think we have to go back in and we have to hit some of these sanctuaries where, in fact, they're using the same artillery and the same tanks that we left more than 3 years ago.
And Congressman Jim Gerlach of Pennsylvania released this statement in support of U.S. military operations in Iraq. He said, quote, "I am hopeful these airstrikes will effectively blunt the grave threat posed by ISIS and other radical terrorist groups, fighting the reverse, the progress made in Iraq, and plunging that country deeper into violence and chaos." NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams will bring you comprehensive coverage of the latest U.S. military mission in Iraq. That's tonight at 6:30, right after NBC 10 News at 6.